Andrew Thomas.
What's up, Andrew?
Hey.
What's up, buddy?
What's up? How y'all doing?
Welcome to the show. Good.
We're great. We're great. We're excited about the Giants and all the things that are going on. We're excited for you. You just finished up year 2, if you can believe it, as a full-time starter on the Giants O-line. So how do you evaluate your growth, your play this season, and how much it's improved from year 1 to year 2?
I definitely made some strides over year 2. I worked really hard this past offseason to get stronger and refine my technique. I think my sets and my hand placement were a lot more consistent this year, which led to an overall better performance, but still a lot of work to be done.
Andrew, there's a new man leading the way for the New York Giants. Brian Daboll joined the team, and he joined our show on Tuesday. Here's what he had to say when we asked him about being the new head coach of your team.
Yeah, I try to be authentic, a consistent Peter, a good communicator, have a lot of experience in different areas. I've worked on the defensive side and the offensive side. And then, be a good relationship builder. Those are 5 things that are very important to me.
Now, I'm sure there's connections between Kirby Smart, your college head coach, with Brian Daboll, who they know each other. Have you spoken with your new coach yet? And what are you most looking forward to when you see that Buffalo offense and what they were able to do in Western New York?
I haven't yet, but I'm looking forward to getting to know him. Obviously, in Buffalo, he helped cultivate one of the most explosive offenses in the league. So I'm excited to learn from him and be a part of turning this thing around.
We hope so, too. We got to meet him recently. We really liked it. Meanwhile, you've been helping protect your quarterback, Daniel Jones, since you entered the league 2 years ago. He's getting ready for his 4th season now. Coach Daboll was in here earlier and said when he got into the Giants facility first thing in the morning on Saturday, Daniel Jones was there. He was already there. He was already working on a Saturday. Help us out. We feel like we know this guy a little bit, been watching from afar, but what do you see from your quarterback, Daniel Jones, that's something we don't know about, something the fans don't see? Tell us about him.
Yeah, DJ is a great teammate and a great leader. He works extremely hard. Like Coach said, he was one of the first guys in the building, and he's always been that way. He's very critical of himself. He never points the finger. Obviously, there's things that we have to improve up front, but he never points the finger. He just works every day. I think he has all the tools to be a great quarterback. It's just up to us up front to allow him to do that.
Big fella, one thing that they didn't have in the Buffalo offense was a dynamic young running back like the Giants have in Saquon Barkley. We know we're trying to get him back to being healthy. What are you and the offensive line's expectations? Because you guys play a huge role, and you guys have been there together for 2 years, to get him back to being the dynamic player that we all know that he can be.
Yeah, Saquon is one of the most gifted athletes in the NFL. I'm excited to see him play the season fully healthy. But again, it goes back to us up front being efficient. Anytime he touches the ball, it can be an explosive play. So we have to do our jobs, opening up holes so he can do what he can do.
Now, you guys faced the NFC champion Rams when I was playing in the Super Bowl. That was back in week 6, so it was still kind of early. But think back to that game, and what was the toughest part about facing Aaron Donald and that defensive line, and how do you think the Bengals will fare against him?
Yeah, their defensive line is very disruptive. If you're not prepared, they can wreck the game. I think the Bengals will try to use screens, sprint outs, chip blocks to try to slow those guys down. But we've seen Joe Burrow be dynamic under pressure. So if you can repeat that, I think it'll be a good game.
We think so, too. And you know what, Andrew? One of the things that's been fantastic about this entire season, from start to finish, it seemed like we had a large gentleman scoring a touchdown about every 5 seconds. It was a big year. And Chris Carter is a Hall of Famer, says the best thing in football, including you. Back in Week 11, against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, with the reigning world champs, you scored your first career touchdown, Andrew. Boom! Give it to us. Take us back. Tell us about this celebration. Just relive this entire moment. Look at this, man. Go!
Yeah, it was a play that we practiced all week, and we practiced it before different weeks. But I thought it was going to be a 2-point conversion play similar to last year. We ran it my rookie year, but it was 3rd down. We called the play. Definitely excited for it. If you ever seen the movie Love Don't Cost a Thing, starring Nick Cannon, there was a scene on the beach where they did that dance. And so I taught it to the guys who pulled it off. So it was a great time.
That's awesome.
Great.
That's a great story.
I love that. Love don't cost a thing.
Christina Milian, I believe.
Yes, love her
remake
work.
of Can't Buy Me Love.
It is, I know. Aziz Ojulari is your teammate. Ojulari is your teammate. You were at his draft party last year. Just so happens he gets drafted by the Giants. It's one of the coolest things that we have seen. Did you guys happen to watch the Georgia Bulldogs beat the Alabama Crimson Tide together? Were you guys involved in that? Were you on the sideline? Where were you when you watched the game? And have you and Aziz had a chance to enjoy and relish in the first Georgia Bulldogs championship in 40 years?
We didn't watch it together. We tried to make the game, but it didn't work out. But we did get to go to the parade down there in Athens, and it was so many fans down there. It looked like it was game day. Those guys did a great job. Finally getting over the hump. I felt like I won the championship, even though I wasn't out there. So it was a great thing for Georgia Bulldogs.
Well, we're looking for great days from those New York Giants ahead. You'll be a big part of that, Andrew Thomas. We love that you stopped by the show. We'll have to get you here in person once you get back.
I want a few more plays. I want the Trent Williams. I want you to go in motion.
In motion.
I want you to nail the guy, and then I'm going to the flat.
Mm-hmm.
We're working on it for you, big man.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much, Andrew, for hanging out with us. Enjoy your off season. Get some rest, and we'll see you right back here on the East Coast.